Why should the internal resistance of a voltmeter be so high? What will happen if this is lower? We are going to talk about that in this video. So let's get started. To answer this in a nutshell, this is because this will reduce the error that is occurring because of the meter's resistance. Higher the resistance, lesser will be the error in the reading. Let us take an example to understand this better. Consider that you have two resistances in series. When two resistances are in series, the voltage will be divided. You have 200 ohm and 300 ohm in series. Since they are there in series, the voltage that is supplied to them gets divided. Let's say for example, we are supplying a voltage of 40 volt DC and the voltage is getting divided between these two guys. We are going to measure this with the help of a voltmeter. I am calling this as VM. I am connecting this voltmeter across a 300 ohm resistor. Our objective is to measure the voltage that is across 300 ohm. What we will do? We will take three cases here. In the case 1, the internal resistance of this voltmeter is 1000 ohm, and in the next case, let us take that the internal resistance of this meter is equal to 2000 ohm. And as a final case, we can take that the internal resistance of the meter is, let us set it to very high value. Let me say this is 50 kilo ohm. Okay, so under these three cases, let us find out the error that is occurring due to this meter's resistance. Once we understand this concept, you should be able to decide on which meter you will buy for measuring which probable range of voltage. First, let us find out the true value of the reading, and then we can find out the voltage that is being measured by this voltmeter. Only then we will be able to find out the error of this reading. The true value will be found out by voltage division rule. So, the voltage across 300 ohm is going to be the total voltage supplied times 300 divided by 200 plus 300, which is 500. The true value of the voltage that is across 300 ohm is 24 volt. Let us now find out the voltage that is measured by this meter when its internal resistance is 1000 ohm. In the first case, or in the meter 1, the internal resistance was considered as 1000 ohm. So we are going to install this 1000 ohm meter across the 300 ohm resistor to measure the voltage across this resistor. So under this setup, let us understand what is the voltage between this pair of nodes. Let me call it as A and B. We will find out the voltage across A and B when you have 1000 ohm meter in parallel with it. 300 in parallel with 1000 is 300 into 1000 divided by 300 plus 1000, which is 1300. This is 230.769. Our objective is to find out the voltage that is across 300 ohm. Due to the connection of 1000 ohm meter, the effective resistance reduces to 230 volt, which is not even close to 300 volt. Let us consider the second case wherein we are installing a meter of 2000 ohm. So the effective resistance across AB will become 300 parallel with 2000, which is 300 into 2000 divided by 300 plus 2000, which is 2300. Let's evaluate this. 260.87 ohm. Our objective is actually to find out the voltage that is across 300 ohm resistor, but since we have a meter that is parallel to it, this resistance across this terminal reduces to 260 ohm. Again, this is not even close to 300, so you will have a significant error. but this error will be much lesser than the previous case. In the previous case, the effective resistance across these two terminals was 230 or something, but now the resistance is 260. So I believe the error will be little lesser compared to previous case, but still we will see if this is the best fit. Now let's consider another voltmeter. Its resistance is super high. Its internal resistance is 50 kilo ohm. Let us find out the resistance that is across the terminals A and B. Our AB is 300 into 50,000 divided by 300 plus 50,000, which is 50,300. Let's evaluate this. 298.21. So the effective resistance across these two terminals is 298.21 ohm, which is a little closer to 300, but it is not exactly 300. So when a voltmeter is measuring the voltage across the terminals A and B, it's going to measure the voltage that is across 298 ohm. In the previous case, this voltmeter will measure the voltage that is across terminals A and B, which is 260 ohm, and in the first case, it's going to measure the voltage across 230 ohm. So this is why higher resistance is preferred. Higher the resistance is connected in parallel, more closer it will come to your measured resistance. So let's find out the voltage across terminals A and B in all these cases. The voltage across the terminals A and B when you have a 1000 ohm meter connected in parallel will be given by VAB is equal to 40 into the resistance across AB, which is 230.76 divided by 200 plus this resistance, which is 200 plus 230, 430.76. If you evaluate this, you will be getting. So the voltage across the terminals A and B, when you have a 1000 ohm meter connected across it, the voltage will be 21.42 volt. But the true value of this is 24 volt. Let us find out the error. Let me denote it as epsilon 1. 24 minus 21.42, which is, let's say anyway, you will get 2.58. In the next case, the voltage across the terminals A and B when you have 2000 ohm meter connected in parallel with the 300 ohm resistor, this voltage will be 40 into 260.87 divided by 200 plus 260, 460.87. So if you evaluate this, you will be getting 22.64. The true value is 24 volt, and when you connect this meter, you are getting a voltage of 22.64 volt. Therefore, the error, I am denoting it as epsilon 2. Epsilon 2 will be 24 minus 22.64. This is approximately 1.36. So in the last case, let us see. When you are connecting a voltmeter of very high internal resistance, the internal resistance is 50 kilo ohm here. Let us see what is the reading that the voltmeter measures. So in this setup, you have to measure the voltage across AB. The voltage across AB will be this total voltage supplied 40 volt into the resistance that is under measurement, which is across terminals A and B, which is 300 parallel to 50 kilo ohm, which is 298.21 divided by 498.21. So if I evaluate this, I am getting 23.94. So this 23.94 volt measured by the meter seems closer to the true value. The true value of this is 24 volt, and in the third case we are getting a voltage of 23.94 when we connect this meter. So the error will be very less, which is 24 volt minus 23.94 So the error is 0.06 volt. Just check the error. This is far lesser than the previous two cases. When you had 2000 ohm voltmeter, the error was 1.36 volt, and when you have a 1000 ohm voltmeter, the error was 2.58 volt. So now I hope you will be able to understand, when a voltmeter has a very high internal resistance, the voltage that is measured across the resistor will be more accurate. So in order to minimize the errors, use a voltmeter that has very high internal impedance.